Welcome to the London Outlook for Tuesday, the 5th of March 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we have one red folder news events being at 5 p.m., so approximately 2 hours into the New York session, and we'll chat about this red folder news release as we do the New York Outlook. Moving on to the chart, starting off with the daily. From a daily perspective, there are no consecutive candles to suggest that we should trade one direction or the other. From a 4H perspective, what we can see is that we have confirmed bearish market structure. You understand from an order flow perspective that the pullback phase was extended sometime last week, and that validated the identification of the pullback phase last point of supply. This pullback phase last point of supply was wicked but not body broken, and thus still holds the potential to actually come and take out this target right here. Obviously, if we body break this, the pullback phase leg will be further extended, and thus a new pullback phase last point of supply will need to be identified. Given that we are reacting to the pro-trend OB right here, and this week we could validate that the pro-trend primary leg was created from a 4H perspective, which then created this pro-trend primary OB, which then serves as a barrier for counter trend trades. As you can see, we subsequently body broke it. However, at the same time, we took out all of the IRL to the left. However, we haven't really achieved the ultimate objective of the pullback phase to extend itself. Having said that, in order to trade longs, because there's no IRL to the left, the 5-minute will have to generate new IRL and validate it. So what does this mean for our trading? Well, essentially we have both the pullback phase counter trend to consider as well as the pro-trend primary leg to consider. Because we are in the pro-trend primary leg, even though we haven't respected this OB, there is still reasons to short. So that means on the 5-minute we're essentially looking for ways to trade both longs and shorts, with the idea that in order to trade long we need to validate additional IRL, being this IRL right here. And then obviously to short that's the pro-trend move, so we don't really have to consider IRL. How will we go about trading longs? Well, longs would be counter trend, and essentially what we'd need in an ideal scenario is to take out the Asia low, then validate a Frankfurt low of the day, and then once the Frankfurt low of the day is validated, we can then look to target this. The Frankfurt low of the day will validate this new IRL, and once that Frankfurt low of the day is validated, we can go ahead and target this right here. On the other hand, if we were to short, how would that look in an ideal scenario? Well, ideally the Asia low would remain intact. However, that is one confluence. However, we do have previous day Asia liquidity that is unliquidated to still serve us. So whether this Asia low stays or not isn't too concerning. But ideally, what we'd like is for price to come up, take out the Asia high of the day, and then validate a Frankfurt high of the day, and then potentially get into an entry in London with the objective of targeting this liquidity and obviously the ERL right here. So having said that, that's pretty much the plan. Obviously, if London creates a new high of the day or low of the day, then in order to validate the London high of the day, we need to wait for the New York session. And then if the New York session puts in a high of the day or low of the day, and we're trying to trade in that direction, then we'll have to wait for New York red folder news to validate why the New York high of the day or low of the day should hold. So all in all, to summarize, there's reasons to trade both directions. We have some Asia liquidity to confluence our trades, but ideally, in an ideal situation, we'd need that Frankfurt high or low of the day to validate itself, and then that will enable London trades, because there is no red folder London news to validate why a London high of the day or low of the day should hold. So having said all of that, that's pretty much the London outlook, and we'll chat again for the New York outlook.